The shelter isn't too far from my house. They'll take perfect care of him, although it's not a not-kill shelter. The liar. I knew he was playing her all along, as if he cared for me. Melinda rose to the occasion and said nothing further as she cuffed her mouth and clenched her eyes, and I saw tears streak down. The danger I was in, with the full moon looming, it had to work. I had to change back. And then the time came where she disappeared to the bedroom and slammed the door shut. She had left me in the room with him, alone with him, to be put into the carry-on Kate early. And he came for me. Yes, he was so damn quick. I shot across the room, trying to find a safe place as he raced after me. Those hands crouching low, and he was slow, trying to corner me. My only hope was to tire him, to race between the legs of the chairs, the legs of the tables, and jerk and dart her out, hoping maybe to make something fall, to topple, to knock back over into him. I shrieked loud and high and screamed, and I would not stop. I would not stop with my shriek, my scream affair. I had to convince her and remind her of the terrible dread that she left me with. This curse of shame and guilt and remorse of death looming. And I kept shrieking, screaming as loud as I could as he chased me, sliding the chairs away, trying to wear me down. I ran, and I kept running. Melinda opened the door. Hurry, change your mind, change your thoughts and feelings for me, please. Another cry. Another cry. More chairs sliding. You've got to hear me, Melinda. Can't you hear me? Another cry. Don't you care? Why did you turn on me, my love? Do you really want to be rid of me now, tonight, in this hour before the full moon? Do you, Melinda? Oh God, oh dear, he was coming again. This time with a can of something. I was far enough away in the corner, tucked away under a table, when I saw the label. Oh God, a roach killer, that deadly stuff, that spray. I darted under a mist that shot at me. Yet I felt the mist stick to my coat of fur and my nostrils as it stung and burned, and I sneezed and I wiggled and I dropped, and I felt weak as it stung and stung like 1,000 hornets into my face, into my nostril, my nerves starting to flinch as I tried to get back to my feet, but there was nothing I could do to hold the muscle up. And more of that spray. He had a cascade in my face and burning my eyes and shutting them. Internal confusion in my mind as my thoughts began to burn, boiling high, a fever building in my mind. I felt like I was on fire burning and it was killing me. Another sound of the spray, another feeling of wet mist hitting my skin before it started to go numb. Numb, numb, numb. I couldn't even feel 1,000 hornets anymore. It all had felt like 1,000,000 cotton swabs, full of warmth and pulsing and throbbing as my flesh started to react to that poison. And everything was blurry, that sight of him looming down, a shadow, a blur. No details left for me to see. A black wide form, as if a form bulging through a shower curtain that was all wet. It was all hopeless now as his hands reached closer, and it was all too pointless to run. And it was all impossible to run. Yes. All along he had known to kill me before that full moon. Yes, he had played his cards with Melinda perfectly, to prevent me from turning back, to prevent me from dooming him back into this fur. I felt him lift me up with the last bits of feeling in my flesh, the last feelings in just a few places that were left after this poison took hold. I could see very little, but still just a bit, as he wrapped me in a towel and snapped my collar free. There was a faint blur of moonlight through the window, a halo form of white that seemed to pulse with the pulsing heartbeat and throb. As my body fought the poison, I heard his voice. Thank you. Thank you. This is what every cat hopes for. To become flesh and blood. To escape the isolation. To materialize the love for their owner. This is why we have 9 lives, 9 chances like this. Thanks to you, Batty. Yes. I'm free now. Get ready for the next life. The 9th life. That was my 8th. He laughed. It wasn't funny. And I saw the full moon overhead. That pulsing halo of white glowing through a strand of his hair. Or was it a tree branch? Or was it the cornermost flap of my tail that no longer flapped, but was just a dead piece of flesh that I could no longer feel? All because of the poison. You see, Danny, Most of us felines were once like you, stuck with those we were unable to love, until someone visited a witch, a certain kind that looks out for us cats. Yes, the type of witch that knows the secret of our 9 lives. And to his final smile I heard him say, "Thank you again. Oh, thank you again." That wretched cat soul stared down at me with my own 2 eyes, my own body now holding me, the body he had stolen but that I had given him. And I couldn't even get a word in, not even a sad final meow, as the poison had left me weak, damaged, and dying. And the trunk closed and everything went black as the night that contained the full moon outside. And I would not be able to speak. No meows, no chance to turn myself back, no chance to speak because of the poison. Though I could still hear the faint sounds of the wheels of the car tires down the Hollywood streets. My last thoughts going back to how Melinda had left me, how she had abandoned me, and how I had been left to realize how looks had nothing to do with love, and how the free will of one has nothing to do with how they can change the world, change the reality, never by any trick of the imagination or the eyes, or by any trick of a wish. Oh God, how I had realized how my mother was right too. She had been dead right in her wisdom, her warnings of that which I felt a fever in my brain, the final burning. Yes, in my cat brain, the fever wasn't going to break. It was boiling higher and higher. The heat was rising as I tried to curl over in this towel that now contained me, but it was too late now. I knew it was all over, yes. The pulsing of my heart started to slow and slow. The cat fever, high and rising. I was on fire, and I was burning until there was nothing left to burn.